This is my review of the New Year's Eve show. It was a bunch of independent promotions like DDT and Big Japan, all them. This was called TOSHIKOSHI Pro Rest 2010 Countdown Special. That's from Korakuen Hall. Apparently it was 2011 fans, or they just did that because the year changed. Either way, it's pretty cool. We start off with a 6-woman tag. Hikari, Minami, Riho, and Tsukashi versus Bambi, Makoto, and Hamuko, Hoshi. I haven't seen any of these women before this. I think a couple of them are actually girls, like 15 or younger. This is mildly entertaining, like 38%. It's like the first Transformers movie. Mildly entertaining. Decent opener. So what's your appetite level? There's a lot of matches, so don't want to put like one of your best matches up right away. I don't want to card this big. Then we get a 6-man tag. Sasaki, Ryuichi, Tsukamoto, Takumi, and Takao, Soma, Matt Hardy, and Shawn Walton's favorite wrestler, because they like Somas. They faced Tsumaki, Hiroo, Akihito, and Yoshino, Tatsuhiko. 50% maybe. I can't match a face to every name, or named every face, but yeah, bear with me. There's a nice little exchange of holds to start between a guy named Creamsicle Orange Tights with blonde rat tail, early 90s Sting represent yo, and a very talented but very Ogawa looking dude in the ugliest Surf Ninja shorts you've ever seen. Everybody's ugly is Ogawa's attire. These two tagged out, and then we got some striking between two black guys. Business picked up, good old JR would say. Yeah, I can't be sure what was said beforehand, but I'm pretty sure the Sideburns guy called the guy with the crazy eyes mother a whore. And he was out for the big payback. I don't know karate, but I know karate. James Brown. Yeah, these two kicked the mother-loving shit out of each other. I'm just glad I wasn't smell-o-vision. Literally, I think there was shit. Hard kicks. Yeah, it's just a good display of young talent. It ended in like a single-leg Boston Crab, which is kind of weird with the match that had all this crazy stuff, but still good. Sideburns and Beach Bum Ogawa Jr. have to be my MVPs of the match. Just a good way to get young talent in, kind of. Yeah, DDT's boss did a little bit of talking, like this build up for a tournament, a one-night tournament, which is the next thing up. DDT definitely has the coolest boss ever. He's like the only boss that does this. Yeah, so this is the one-night tournament. They even called it that. It didn't have a special name. Round 1, Command Bolshoi, which is a masked woman with a clown nose, versus Takagi Sanshiro, which is a man who's big. This match gave me kind of the heebie-jeebies, but even Bowie would say this one's strange. For some reason, Command has a clown nose. Maybe she saw it and thought, hey, how can I scare children? Oh, I know, clown nose. Still not sure why she thinks in English, but yeah. Huge upset. Command went really quick. This is shorter than Sting versus Hardy, but not nearly as bad. And no one was high. Then we had our second first-round match. Taka Michinoku versus Sasaki Takashi. Now, these matches have a very short time, maybe 3 minutes. But still, it made for some fun matches. This went the time limit. It was actually some good wrestling. And the time limit was settled by sudden death, rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, this Mexican standoff at the end, though, it'd make the man with no name shaky. Then we had a one-night tournament, round 1, third match. Ishikawa Yuki versus Kana. Kana is a woman. Yeah. It started with some good grappling exchanges, like kind of jujitsu, like rolling. I've done some of it. It's pretty cool. Davey Richards does it. He's a blue belt. Fun fact. It was good. It was good and competitive until Ishikawa started getting all last house on left, and yeah, attempted rape. But the big guy is following. Not so funny. Match again went to the limit, and you know what that means. Yeah, good match. The creepy guy wins, actually. Kind of didn't like that, but whatever. Then we had a one-night tournament, round number 1. Guts Ishima versus Great Kojika. No, this just made me smile a little. Guts looks kind of like Lardass from Stand By Me, if anyone remembers that. His opponent actually looked like an extra and grumpy old man. This guy had to be like 70. Another funny end result. This is rapidly becoming one of those fun shows I've ever seen. By the way, is every old wrestler in Japan called the Great? Kabuki, Sasuke, Muto. There's other ones. Just come on. Something other than the Great. Maybe. Maybe they get the Great when they turn like 40. Anyway, we had a second round match. Command Bolshoi versus Taka Michinoku. Only way you could describe this one is like justice. Command delivers an awesome 619 to the B to the A to the double L's of Taka, and a dirty rotten scoundrel Taka deserved it. Another movie reference. How many am I gonna do? Stay tuned. Then we had Yuki Ishikawa versus Great Kojika, second round, one-night tournament match. This was good. This is good stuff. Really fun. The great Kojika, as I like to call him, because he's like really, really old. Or Baby Benjamin Button, another movie reference. Defies the odds and wins the game he probably created in rock, paper, scissors. Then we continue with the one-night tournament, 2010 or 2011. It was like a New Year thing. I don't know. I'm not sure. Either way, it was Command Bolshoi versus the great Kojika. Just a hilarious match. Command strategy was pretty simple. Let the old man chase her around like the kid in Home Alone had Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern, sorry. And until he gassed out or passed out. And it's actually funny because the old man, Father Time, slipped. Looked like he broke his hip. It's pretty funny. He actually didn't. He survived to the time limit, which meant, dramatic pause. Rock, paper, scissors between Old Man River and Merkel the Clown. Scissors cuts paper, bitch. Command wins. What kind of name is that for a clown anyway? That's like a skinny little girl. It's not like some soldier. It's just, yeah, she commands fear, I guess. Anyway, then we got our first big match of the night. Not just a fun match, like a good one. Fluorescent light tubes death match. Now, I'm not normally a fan of death matches, but you can't deny these guys' talent. It's so far above CZW. CZW, if you can see, like, under my feet somewhere. Big Japan, above this camera. It was Ito Ryuichi, Abdullah Kobayashi, who's like Abdullah the Butcher, Japanese version, which is weird because he's wrestled there, and Hinatsu Saburo versus Takeda Masahashi, Kadoka Isimi, and Minimo Takashi. It's like 80%. The only thing missing was Rip and Zeus, because this was no holds barred. 3 people had to get that at least, right? Hulk Hogan movie. They brought Zeus in for like a few pay-per-views. He had no wrestling experience. It's Debo from Friday. Anyway, it's a good reference. fuck you if you don't like it. This may have been a death match, but it was a fun and good-spirited death match. What more could you want? Oddly enough, this is by far the best wrestling match at this point, because there's actually a lot of wrestling. Do a little bit of taking like 35, 40 shots in the head with another Friday reference. Fluorescent light use, but yeah. His dome got cracked, but it was still a good match. Just very fun, great, and blood-filled. But it was blood-filled action the whole family could enjoy. Okay, then we get kind of an intermission thing. Everyone who fought the first half of the show, or wrestled, whatever you like, was in a tug-of-war. And some guy in a coin purse, G-string, gets in the middle and feels the burn. Ouch. Then we get probably my favorite comedy match of all time. World's first 7-referee match. Hoshi, Tsukushi versus Jintaro. Just comedic genius. All 7 referees just pat down both wrestlers pre-match. Like, each of the 2 wrestlers got patted down by every referee. The 7th referee catches Hoshi red-handed with a turnbuckle wrench in his boot. And I'm just losing at this point. It's so funny. Refs get in a little argument. Have a huddle and start the match. I don't know. The refs are like the main focus in this match, primary focus. But it worked for some reason. Referees all count in unison when there's a pinfall attempt. Best part of all is probably when there's a submission hold and all 7 referees give up. It's kind of cool. I was like, one guy did it. Someone's like 6 guys and a woman. It's even cool. There was almost a DQ, but too many refs disagreed on it, and every ref had to agree, or it wouldn't count. So it caused a lot of problems, but it was really funny. It was like, I don't know, it was like a great thing. It's like physical comedy, reminiscent of like Three Stooges. On a pinfall attempt, some refs would get 3, but other ones would get 2, so you couldn't end the match. And just the chaos and the funniness just didn't continue. Multiple ref bumps. 6 referees took a ref bump. And then the woman who didn't get hit, goes down because everyone else did. And it's just really funny. The weekend refs agree to count 1 by 1. So it'd be 1, and then all 7 referees would get 1. And then they'd go 2, all 7 referees, and then 3 with all 7. On the last referee, counting the last 3 count, there was a kick out. So, Atsushi just getting, Hashi, I should say, just getting destroyed by Jintaro. But he can't win the match. The weekend's, where am I at? The greatest referee of all time comes out and makes a cameo, Kohei Wada. Tries to sort all this shit out. So I'm marking out, bro. Matt Striker. Every referee counts 3 at the exact same time to declare the winner, including Wada. The underdog, Hashi, and he actually used the ref as a distraction to get the fall. Then we had an 8-man tag match, probably what most people here will want to see, because these are indie guys, and I know there's a couple guys on here that are like bigger names. That's Kenny Omega and Minoru. So it was Kenny Omega's team, Kenny Omega, Haruki, Usugi, Tatsuma, and Hercules Senga. I don't know. It's just Minoru, Madoka, Tomato Keiji, real name. I mean, like, that's his wrestling name anyway. And Kamui. I give this like 75%, just like 3 3/4 stars basically. Just really, really fun, action-packed. Omega was the best. It wasn't too spotty. It wasn't like one of those Dragon Gate matches with 734 near falls. Omega gets the win, and best of all, we get a Minoru Omega stare down, which gets me kind of hard. Straight way. Not that there's anything wrong with getting hard off a man on a gay way. If that's right. Gay rights. Then we get the 4-organization Battle Royal. I guess I'll name off all the participants. I don't know all these guys, or who was who, except for a few of them. Sayaka Obihiro, Shinobu, Shuyo Fujiwara, sorry. Kikutaro, of course I know him. Jackie Nuozawa, Shiba Man, Denshiko Dino, the best. Kai, Jun Kasai, Daisuke, Panda Car Robot, Riki Fuji, Chili Tomiya, Kazuo Matsuda, Kyori Yoniman, Marine's Mask 2, Brahman Shu, Brahman Kai, it's like a package deal, I guess. Kenbai, Chuya, On, Shiro, Pineapple Goya, which is like a guy that's like a human pineapple, Nasume, Kashihiko Akuzara, Sato Hakura, Yano Kita, Survival Tobita, Bear Fukuda, Ultraman Robin, Yasu and Hyde Kabuta, Masato Shiba, Masahashi Saya, Tamagawa Batten, Sakamoto Daisuke, and a surprise entrant who I won't mention. Oh, and Shining Tiger Big Boy, which is Yuji Akabayashi. Yeah. The only rating it is like 69%, so let's get into the review. It was a long match and a lot of stuff happened. I couldn't keep track of it all, but I tried to keep track of most. You know it's going to be a good match when the first man was Dino, obviously. Some guy with a tennis racket, like a wooden paddle with rocks or something attached to it, came out to the Pulp Fiction song by Dick Dale. Mr. Relu, I think he's called. Which is badass, even though he was kind of goofy. Dino makes him not only put a dildo in his mouth, I'm not kidding, but mounts him from behind and gives it to him. I swear, watching the match, it's real. I couldn't believe it. It was hilarious and disturbing. And it's good though. Wrestler dressed as Heath Ledger's Joker is out, and there's a guy in this match documenting the whole thing, the camera, and it's Kikutaro, which is cool. While wrestling, mind you. Then we have Panda Car Robot thing. Get eliminated pretty quick, thankfully. Human Pineapple Hybrid completes a human centipede chain with a gas pedal to the nuts. Yeah. Then a pink mankini comes out and teabags the cameraman, Kikutaro, and Dino films it because he gets off on that stuff. And then a muscle man comes out, and the guy with the trophy comes out, and all they do is pose. They don't do any wrestling. Until the monster himself, Sekimoto Daisuke, comes out, and shit's on. Only he's dressed like Ultimate Warrior, and he just challenges the muscle guy to a pose down, and he comes out with dumbbells and everything. He doesn't actually wrestle, but he gets over it. It's like maybe the biggest monster in wrestling right now, and he gets over doing nothing, like posing down. It's so funny, and actually worked. This is already way better than WWE's Gimmick Battle Royal. It goes a little longer. It doesn't matter. Dino performs face rape in the corner. Like he's up like Hurricane Rana position on top of the guy's face on the top turnbuckle while he's standing. It's just probably the most devastating move I've ever seen. Then Kasai Jun is in, and his face is painted like Kikutaro's. And he plays the role too. It's just, yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a lot of man-on-man action on this one, and not just wrestling. It's a lot of, yeah. You could never get away with that in American TV. With all the sexism, homophobia, and that. Then a Power Ranger comes out, and he fights a villain. It's weird. A guy comes out, and his gimmick is literally, he has a bag of McDonald's and he's handing it out to people in the crowd, and it's like actual cheeseburgers. Dinner has been served. Yeah, over 30 minutes, multiple sex crimes were committed, and finally, the last entrant, representing WWE. I know he's not still with them, but it's SmackDown #1 announcer, Funaki. He actually eliminates Dino after kissing him, beating him at his own game, and taking him over the top. very weird. I thought they should gave it to Dino, but doesn't matter. It's a funny match. Then we had Morishima Takeshi and Taniguchi Shuhei versus Hino and Shigehiro Yuri. Like 49%. Kohei Wada's back, which is why I give it such a high rating. Greatest referee of all time. Dispute that. Come on. Yeah, Morishima's, Masta like always, but this match is still very plain. The other two guys just didn't do much for me. This match kind of reminded me of Iron Man 2. I was expecting a good thing after the first, but what I got was just alright. Okay, you keep count. I've made a movie reference every single match. Now this is the 15th and final match. Let's see if I do it again. This was an elimination match between Mashimo, Kyo, Miyamoto Yoko, Mammoth Sasaki, Sawa Minori, and Tamura Kazuhiro against Sasaki Yoshito, Hiroshima, Ishikawa Shuji, Hayato Jr. Fujita, and Sakura Emi. She created like Blue Ribbon, I think. It's like a Joshi women's wrestling. Wow, what can I say about this match? I consider it my match of the year. I didn't know it was going to be like that first because I didn't really like the way it started, but just I kind of started with the dick measuring contest. I'm not sure exactly who it was between, but it's just a strike exchange. Junior gets there and starts unleashing his kicks to death. He's already trying to stand up to the big guy, despite being a little guy. He takes beatings, but he's like Kenta. But yeah, Kenta versus Junior, please. There's a little guy in white tights, even smaller than him, and he's got flames on him. He just takes a huge beating, but ends up he gets put in almost like he's gonna be put in like almost a power bomb. He somehow transitions into an armbar out of that, like a rolling armbar. It's just the craziest armbar I've ever seen. He gets eliminated, or he eliminates, sorry, a guy he's been fighting like a long time. Shortly after that, then Hiroshima is just, he's out next. Then the Sawa and Junior have an excellent exchange until Haito is eliminated. Sakura, the woman actually, starts to meditate while she's in a sleeper hold, which convinces her opponent to let go, and he starts praying, and the big mistake is she hits him with a below-the-belt shot. I guess he takes one of the stones for believing in something. She usually gets stoned for not believing, but that's old. That doesn't really happen anymore. Don't hate me. Sakura and a long-haired big guy. I'm not good with everyone's name. Like, I've seen some of them, but I don't know all of them. Then we got Sasaki, Mammoth, and Yoshino. The two Sasaki just beat the living piss out of each other, a la Roddy Piper and Keith David, and they live. 15 for 15 movie references. Sawa is out next after he sails over the top rope and receives a big boot to the mush, sending him to the floor. Sasaki Yoshino is eliminated after a fire thunder driver. Mammoth takes a mammoth powerbomb from Ishikawa, like on his head, just sickening. Don't know how he kicks out, or how he's even breathing at this point. Then Mammoth delivers a huge brain buster and just somehow Ishikawa doesn't expire from it. Ishikawa is like a really big guy, so taking a brain buster is a lot more than him. Epic finishing stretch between Ishikawa and Mammoth. Huge German suplexes, no bridge, all impact, Joey Styles. Just head drops and strikes galore. Mammoth closes up things with a Hashimoto style vertical drop brain buster onto Ishikawa. Holy shit. Oh, my match of the year. 90%. I had an orgasm after that one. Multiple ones. It's gotten really hard. It's good. Anyway, this show took a long time to watch, but it was not because it sucked. I actually watched it in one sitting. It's just really long. I give this an overall like 9.5 out of 10. Definitely the most fun show I've ever seen. The most I've laughed at a wrestling show. Go watch it now. I don't care if you're on the toilet, just get out and watch it now. Don't even wipe first. I know it's gross, but it's worth it. I don't even smoke and I need a cigarette. Yeah, that's my epic review. I'll have another one coming pretty soon. I've already got like my review like written up for a Joshi Pro show. Yeah, Japan women's pro or something against like some other promotion, LLPW or something. Anyway, yeah, I'd like to review that because women's wrestling just gets the shit kicked out of it and it really doesn't deserve it. That's just what WWE and TNA want you to think women's wrestling is. ROH suffers from a little too, but yeah. Anyway, check out the New Year's Eve show. It's fantastic. Hands down, show of the year. Even though it was at the end of the year, it didn't get released outside of Japan, so we count it. If you have like your nominations for match of the year and stuff, you can nominate one of these matches. I think there's like 3 legit match of the year candidates and a comedy match of the decade of all time candidate. I can't say enough about the show. Like I've been going on for 26 minutes and 34 seconds. Holy shit. Check it out. I'm Sean Carlton. This has been my review. Fucking rock on and shit. I don't know. That's kind of cheesy.